morning to all of you. I hope I am clearly audible to everyone. क्या मेरी वॉइस क्लियर है एंड द स्क्रीन इज विजिबल? एंड वेरी सॉरी ड्यू टू सम टेक्निकल ग्लिच आई वाज लेट टू स्टार्ट द क्लास टुडे. कुछ टेक्निकल इशू हो गया था जिसके वजह से मैं स्टार्ट नहीं कर पाई आज क्लास टाइम पे. एनीवे, अगर मेरी वॉइस आप लोगों को क्लियर है तो प्लीज मेंशन यस इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. आई एम वेटिंग फॉर योर रिस्पॉन्स. Okay, I think I am audible, right? Okay, now let us start today's session. तो last week जो हम class जो session कर रहे थे, like we were discussing SBI question paper, so we are going to continue with that. PO का paper था, if I am not mistaken, मुझे खुद ही याद नहीं है. Anyway, let us start today's session. तो हम लोगों ने लास्ट क्लास में, आई होप यू ऑल रिमेम्बर, लास्ट क्लास का वीडियो देखा था. वी स्टॉप्ड इन क्वेश्चन नंबर 13 and today we are going to continue from question number 14. Okay, so question number 14 is on your screen. I will read the instruction for you once again, that what you have to basically do here. So there are four statements you can see, and then there is statement number E that indicates all are correct, right? So ये जो चार statement है, इनमें से किसी एक में कोई grammatical error है. There is a grammatical error in any one of the given statement. So किस statement में क्या error है, that you are going to mention me in the comment section chat box. And if you think all the statements are appropriate, please click on option number E, that is all are correct. Okay. ओके, चलिए चैट बॉक्स में आंसर बताइए. मैम यू आर लेट. अश्विनी, आई ऑलरेडी अपोलोजाइज फॉर द थिंग. यस, ड्यू टू सम टेक्निकल ग्लिच आई स्टार्टेड द क्लास अ बिट लेट टुडे. चलो, सो आई विल मूव असाइड फॉर अ मिनट. आप लोग सभी कोई चैट बॉक्स में आंसर करिए, देन आई विल डू द डिस्कशन विथ यू. Okay, let me discuss the answer. So the statement number 1 says it was decided that all remaining classes would be allowed to resume after the festive season ends. ठीक है, तो ये डिसाइड किया गया कि जितने भी बचे हुए क्लासेस है, फेस्टिव सीजन खत्म होने के बाद it will be started again. So yes, there is no error. हाँ, स्टेटमेंट 1 जो है वो बिल्कुल करेक्ट है. स्टेटमेंट 2, दिल्ली पुलिस ऑफिसर्स अरेस्टेड 4 men for their alleged involvement in a case of burglary. This is also correct. They received funding from private companies under the corporate social responsibility, that is CSR scheme. इसके बारे में आप लोगों ने सुना भी होगा. तो ये हमारा स्ट्रक्चर बिल्कुल करेक्ट है. नेक्स्ट है, the 4 petitioners in the case who alleged that they were duped by an individual also arrived to give their statements. Okay, तो जो 4 लोग petitioners थे जिनको ड्यूप किया गया, they also arrived to give their statements. So I cannot see any error in any of the 4 given statement. तो यहाँ पर चारों statements ही correct है. If you feel that there is any error, please mention in the comment section. किसी को कोई error लग रहा है, I can explain you if you have any query. I think it's clear, right? So in this situation, when we see that all the statements, all the given statements are grammatically appropriate, so we click on option number E, that is all are correct. ठीक है, ऑप्शन नंबर E पे क्लिक करके हम लोग मूव अहेड करेंगे नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 15 ऑन योर स्क्रीन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 15 हमारा सेम इंस्ट्रक्शन का है, that you have four statement and there is a grammatical error in any of these statement, and if you think that all the statements are grammatically appropriate, please click on option number E, that is all are correct. ठीक है, चलो इसको सॉल्व करो, देन विल डिस्कस द आंसर. ओके, लेट मी डिस्कस द आंसर. व्हाट हैपेंड, आंसर बताइए आप लोग सभी को ही. ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन तो है नहीं. Okay, so let me discuss the answer. So question number one, statement number one says the low cost technical procedures and minimal service charges are the biggest lures for aspirants. Lures मतलब लालच जिसको हम कहते हैं, ठीक है, लालच के वजह से. तो ये जो डिस्काउंट्स या ये जो बेनिफिट्स मिलते हैं, ये स्टूडेंट्स को, एस्पायरेंट्स को काफी ज्यादा अट्रैक्ट करते हैं. देयर इज नो ग्रामेटिकल एरर, दिस इज करेक्ट. इट मे नॉट बी एन एग्जेजरेशन. एग्जेजरेशन मतलब व्हेन यू आर स्ट्रेचिंग समथिंग, किसी चीज को जरूरत से ज्यादा जब आप टान रहे हो या बढ़ा चढ़ा के बोल रहे हो, दैट इज एग्जेजरेटिंग. ओके, so exaggeration to say that when it comes to seeking answers under the RTI act, ठीक है, right to information act, the officers are consistent in putting up a screen. ठीक है, तो जब ये चीज स्ट्रेच होता है कि आंसर्स जो है उसके थ्रू मिल जाए, तो the officers are consistent in putting up a screen. Like when you file RTI, the actual fact comes out. Okay, तो वहां पर ऑफिसर्स क्या करते हैं, they are always very determined in putting up the screen. मतलब उस चीज को किस तरीके से हम ढक सके. Now this statement is also correct. Statement number C says after identifying a suitable place for the library, the district panchayat will providing the infrastructure. Now we can see that it's will providing. ठीक है, तो will indicates future tense, so will cannot be directly written, will cannot be directly followed by V4 form of verb. जब हम इसे future tense में लिख रहे हैं, तो it will be providing. Okay, we can write will be providing the infrastructure, or we can do one thing, we can also write will provide. ठीक है, when the statement is in active voice, we can write will provide indicating future tense, and when it goes in the passive structure, passive में हम क्या ऐड कर देते हैं, be ऐड कर देते हैं ना, तो आंसर will be providing. तो यहाँ पे directly will is not followed by V4. The structure is either will plus V1 or the structure is will plus B plus B4. Okay, this is the structure that we need to follow. I hope this is clear. So we can see that the error is in statement number C. So we click on statement number C. आपके understanding के लिए एक बार statement number D में read कर दे रही हूँ. They made promises of easy migration and appointment. Migration means moving from one place to another with bag and baggage, and appointment without clearing mandatory language proficiency test. So they are actually migrating, but language proficiency test को उन्होंने clear नहीं करा. तो this दिस इज ऑल्सो ग्रामेटिकली करेक्ट, तो ऑल आर करेक्ट तो नहीं होगा बिकॉज वी ऑलरेडी फाउंड आवर एरर इन स्टेटमेंट नंबर सी. Yes, good morning Ashwini, good morning Shayan, good morning everyone once again. Okay, so I hope the questions are clear to everyone. Question समझ में आ गया आप लोगों को? कोई क्वेरी नहीं है ना? देन वी मूव अहेड टू द नेक्स्ट पैटर्न ऑफ क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि यहाँ पे ये वाला पैटर्न जो है वो ओवर होता है. द नेक्स्ट सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चन दैट आई हैव फॉर यू इज बेसिकली पैराजम्बल्स. यू कैन सी दैट देयर आर 6 स्टेटमेंट्स A, B, C, D, E and F and they are in their haphazard structure. You have to basically arrange them in their logical and meaningful structure according to the context. Okay, तो 1 minute का टाइम देती हूँ. Try to solve the answer and mark in the comment section. ओके, जंबल को सॉल्व करके मुझे चैट बॉक्स में आप लोग आंसर बताइए एंड देन विल मूव अहेड टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. ओके, आई विल मूव असाइड फॉर अ मिनट ताकि आपको सारे स्टेटमेंट्स क्लियरली दिख सके. चलिए सॉल्व करिए. ओके, शैल वी डिस्कस द आंसर? आंसर नहीं किया अभी तक आप लोगों ने चैट बॉक्स में? सॉल्व नहीं हुआ क्या अभी तक? ओके, तो शैल आई डू द डिस्कशन और शुड आई वेट फॉर सम मोर टाइम सो दैट यू गाइस कैन सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन? ओके, लेट मी डू वन थिंग, लेट मी डू द डिस्कशन विथ यू. अगर कोई डाउट या क्वेरी होता है, डू मेंशन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन, ठीक है, तो उसको मैं क्लैरिफाई कर दूंगी. देखो, वेन एवर यू डू अ पैराजम्बल, वेन एवर वी आर सॉल्विंग अ पैराजम्बल, द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग दैट वी नीड टू सी इज दैट कि इस जंबल में हमारा मेन मुद्दा क्या है, व्हाट इज द मीन्स, द सेंट्रल पॉइंट ऑफ द टॉपिक. दैट सेंट्रल पॉइंट एंड द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द सेंट्रल पॉइंट, that will become the first statement. So in this passage you can clearly see that we are talking about some kind of deal. Okay, so the deal is between Indian Navy and the Australian Navy. Now what is the deal? This is the first such document, this is the first such document. Now this is a dependent statement. What is the first such document? First we need to know the document and then we can come to this part. So this is not the correct structure, this cannot be the first statement, right? Statement number 2 says the document was signed. Again we are talking about a document, but the very first thing that we need to do is mention the document. What is the document all about? After that we can do the exaggeration or the explanation of the document. Next statement, see, the document said the Navy. Again the document. See, these structures clearly indicates that these statements cannot be the first structure. Now statement number 4, the Indian Navy and the Australian Navy on Wednesday signed the terms of reference document. Now did we get the word document? दिस इज TOR, ठीक है, ये करंट अफेयर में ही अभी था. इंडियन नेवी और ऑस्ट्रेलियन नेवी ऑन द ग्राउंड्स ऑफ वाटर. अगर हम साउथ में देखेंगे तो अभी कुछ टाइम पहले ही ये न्यूज में था, इसके रिलेटेड एक टर्म्स ऑफ रेफरेंस इन्होंने साइन किया था, ठीक है. एंड जनरली व्हाट डू दे डू, आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू इन क्लासेस, ऑफलाइन क्लासेस ऑल्सो एंड यूट्यूब क्लासेस ऑल्सो, दैट जनरली द स्ट्रक्चर्स दैट दे गिव इन क्लोज टेस्ट, रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन एंड पैरा जंबल्स, they pick up from newspaper, something that has come as a current affair, as a part of newspaper, and they just cut a part of it and then they give it to you in such manner. So basically if you are regularly reading newspaper and you are attached to that or somewhere have information regarding that, these type of questions will be very easy for you because you already know, you know the information. So here for the first time we mentioned the document, so D should be the leading statement. I'm sure that we have to be sure that A, B and C, it is talking about document, and before talking about the document, first the very first thing that we need to do is mention the document, and the mentioning of document is done in statement number D. So D will definitely be before A, B and C, but yet we haven't explored option E and F, that whether it will be before D or after D. So we can see furthermore. Now furthermore can never be a first statement because this is a conjunction connector, and connector always takes a statement before that and after that. So there has to be a statement before that. So we don't need to read it further as of now. Statement number C, the document would be again the document. So it is very clearly evident that the very first statement of our passage will be statement number D, where we have actually mentioned the document, and that is the document is the terms of reference. Okay, it is signed between Indian Navy and the Australian Navy. Now what connectivity we can see here is this is the first such document signed by the Indian Navy with any country. So this is the very first statement, and the very impact of this treaty is that the Indian Navy, the Navy section, this is the very first document, or we can talk about the alliance, the agreement that we have signed. This is the very first with the Australian Navy. Before that India has not signed any kind of such deal with any other country. So D will be followed by A. Okay, this is the first okay, it could be followed by B also. Let me check. The document was signed for the conduct of the Navy to Navy talks. Yes, I think that D should be followed by B, not A. Why? Because first when we mentioned the document and then we mentioned that it is being signed for the first time, second time, whatsoever be the consequences, but before that we need to explain. Okay, before that we actually need to explain that what this document is basically all about. So that explanation we can see that it's provided in statement number B. The document was signed for the conduct of the Navy to Navy talks under the framework of the joint guidance of the India Australia Navy to Navy relationship. So it was signed. What was the conduct of this signing? Navy to Navy talks, and it was under the framework of joint guidance. Joint guidance means how they are going to interpret with each other and how they are going to guide each other and work accordingly in that particular treaty where the two countries are involved. Okay, India Australia Navy to Navy relationship, and Navy to Navy relationship could be maintained, like everything when it is done through the government. all the other sectors are completely depending upon the government that is on hold, that is on power. But when we sign these kind of treaty, that is directly in the department of navy here and the department of navy there. So there is a, we don't have to form a chain, and the larger the chain, the larger will be the loops, right? The larger will be, the more will be the moles. So yes, when the navy to navy document is directly signed, it will be of much greater help, because the transparency would be maintained, and the relationship would also be somewhere going to be in some good structure, because you don't have third person in between, right? You are directly dealing, navy is directly dealing with navy, there is no person interference, and they know how to work, because the work is same, the country is different, the serving is different, but the work is same, right? And when they are directly dealing, they will be able to do it in a much better way, because you don't have the third person interference who actually don't have to do their anything, but yes, it is in power, so it goes through that. So this relationship was of good help. Okay, so D will be followed by B, and I think after that the we can write statement number A. This is the first such document signed by the Indian Navy with any country. Okay, then the document set the navy to navy talks as the principal medium for guiding bilateral cooperation. As I have told you that when two sectors are talking with each other, are working with each other, and no other sector or no third person or third party is involved, the work is done with much more transparency, without any loops and without any moles. So yes, when they are talking and working directly, the navy of India and the navy of Australia, so the cooperation would be better, and the guiding bilateral structure will also be better. So this is how it works. So A should be followed by C. So the structure remains D, B, A, C. Now let's see F or E. Furthermore, the TOR detailed the modalities matlab the models in which it is working. Okay, the points, the checkpoints, engaging at various levels between the two navies, and streamline the process. Streamline means make it work accordingly. The document would be pivotal means important in consolidating means holding the power. Okay, when I consolidate something, that means I have created a power there, I am the owner there, and I am taking the charge of that thing. Okay, so I have consolidated that, matlab it's working under me, I am at authority. The shared commitment to promoting peace and prosperity means growth, development in Indo-Pacific region. I think statement number F, and then statement number E, because furthermore is basically the justification of statement number FC. So what happened, that India has signed this document with Australia. Okay, this document is between, is directly navy to navy, and it's going to build up the relationship between India and Australia navy, and it is also going to guide in a perfect manner the principal guiding of the bilateral cooperation. This is the first document, and the document would be pivotal. Why it is important? In consolidating the share commitment, how they are sharing their commitment, that this is the thing I am providing you, this is how I am working, and this is how you are working, the mutual understanding. Promoting peace and prosperity, and when there is mutual understanding, there has to be peace and prosperity, right? So statement number F. Furthermore, this terms of reference detail the modalities for an engagement at various levels between the two navies, and streamline the process. So it actually made a mutual understanding which will lead to peace and prosperity, and the thing is also going to streamline the process further. Streamline means how it is acting, the structure is formed, and how it is moving ahead further. I hope this is clear. So the final structure will be D, B, A, C, F, E. Any query, anyone, please mention. If there is any doubt in any of the structure or sequence, please let me know in the comment section. So I assume nobody has any problem. Okay, so now then I'll move ahead to the next question. I think the questions are aligned after that. Now, what are the questions? Statement number second. So the second was B. So we click on B. Which of the following is the third? D, B, A, C. A was the third statement. See, once we are done with the solution, this is just a matter of 10 to 15 seconds. Next is statement number one. Statement number one is D. Which of the following is the fifth? Fifth is F. Okay, so F means option number E, and the final one is statement number fourth. Statement number fourth is C, so C is option number C. So once the solution is done, as I told you, this is just a matter of 10 to 15 seconds. Clear? So we move ahead to the next pattern of question. Let's see what is the next pattern of question that we have aligned for you. Okay, so in each of the following questions given below, five words are given in bold. These five words may or may not be in their correct position. So I think this is word swap. Not in correct position, that means word swap. The sentence is then followed by the options. Yes, you have to mark the correct combination of word that should replace each other. Replace means interchange with each other, in order to make the statement grammatically and contextually correct. Find the correct combination of the word that replaces each other. So we have A, B, C, D and E. We have five words. Okay, and they any two or four, they might not be in their correct position. What you have to do, you have to basically swap the structure according to the requirement of the statement, and then we'll move ahead to the next question. Okay, 1 minute का time देती हूँ. Everyone kindly solve the question. I think this you will be able to do that. ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. चलिए सॉल्व करिए, देन विल डिस्कस द आंसर. Okay, let us do the discussion. Good morning दीपशिका. Why so late बेटा? कितना टाइम पहले क्लास स्टार्ट हो गया है? टुडे इवन आई वाज लेट फॉर 10 to 12 minutes around due to technical glitch, as I mentioned, but then we started the class long time ago. Anyway, let me do the discussion. So the statement says vehicular parts was disrupted means there was a blockage on national and state highways in most movement of Punjab and Haryana. vehicular movement, vehicular parts नहीं, vehicular movements, ठीक है, vehicles का जो movement है उसको disrupt किया गया, रोका गया on national highway. So यहाँ पे movement, the word movement will come in the gap in structure A. So if E is replacing A, so A will definitely go to E. Was disrupted on national and state highways. B, C and D are aligned, they are in their correct position. Okay, anyway, there is no need to say sorry, just go through the class. The benefit that you have here, that though it is a live class, you might not be able to interact with me, but you can definitely resume the video from the very beginning and go through the questions that I have already done. Okay, so in most movement, in most parts of Punjab and Haryana, ठीक है, तो पंजाब एंड हरियाणा के बहुत सारे पार्ट्स में ट्रैफिक मूवमेंट जो है वो डिसरप्ट हुआ, प्रॉब्लम वहां पे क्रिएट हुआ, किस लिए हुआ वी डोंट नो, वी डोंट नीड टू सी दैट. हमें बस यहाँ पे जो स्टेटमेंट जितना दिया गया है उस हिसाब से वर्ड नंबर ए एंड सी विल बी इंटरचेंज, वी विल बी स्वैप्ड. सो ए एंड सी कौन से ऑप्शन में दिख रहा है, सॉरी ए एंड ई कौन से ऑप्शन में दिख रहा है, ए एंड ई, दैट इज ऑप्शन नंबर ई. ठीक है, ऑप्शन नंबर ई विल बी द करेक्ट स्ट्रक्चर. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. मूव अहेड करें, shall we go to the next question. क्वेश्चन नंबर 22 ऑन योर स्क्रीन. चलिए क्वेश्चन नंबर 22 को सॉल्व करिए आप लोग, सिमिलर इंस्ट्रक्शन है इसमें भी. Okay, let us discuss the answer. So the question says, PM Kusum is an initiative of the government which incentives farmer would provides to install solar power pumps and plants in their fields. So PM Kusum is an initiative. ये government के द्वारा एक step लिया गया है. It is an initiative. Word number 1 is correct. No need of change. Then of the government which incentives farmers. No, which provides farmers with incentives. ठीक है, जिसमें फार्मर्स को क्या प्रोवाइड किया जा रहा है, गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से इंसेंटिव्स प्रोवाइड किए जा रहे हैं टू इंस्टॉल सोलर पावर पंप्स एंड प्लांट्स इन देयर फील्ड. सोलर पावर पंप्स और प्लांट्स अपने फील्ड में इंस्टॉल करने के लिए. सो ये एक इनिशिएटिव है जो यहाँ के गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से लिया जा रहा है, जो कि आप देखेंगे चाइना, जापान, ये सब जगह पे, एंड देयर आर फ्यू मोर प्लेसेस वेयर द गवर्नमेंट एक्चुअली टेक्स केयर ऑफ द बिजनेस सेटअप डन बाय एनी पर्सन. तो वहां पे जो बिजनेसमैन है और उनका जो सेटअप होता है दैट इज बेसिकली प्रोवाइडेड बाय गवर्नमेंट, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली इंडिया में ये ये उतना नहीं होता है. The businessman they have to do their own setup. There the setup is done by the government. तो गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से ये हेल्प मिल जाए तो लोगों के लिए कितना अच्छा हो. So this PM Kusum scheme actually focuses on that कि इनका जो farming related setup है, since they are not well to do, they don't have the fund to do that, so government is helping them, providing them with these funds so that they can do the required setup. Okay, so word number, so we interchanged word number B and C, incentives and provides. B and C कौन से ऑप्शन में है, देखो B and C ऑप्शन नंबर C में है. So we click on ऑप्शन नंबर C and we move ahead to the next question. ठीक है, बहुत ज्यादा टाइम नहीं है, but yes we have sufficient time that at least we can do one or two more questions. So question number 23 on your screen. ठीक है, इसको सॉल्व करिए. Okay, let us discuss the answer. So the question says the Assam police have allegedly, two persons have allegedly what? There has to be something ना, तो यहाँ पे allegedly नहीं होगा, यहाँ पर arrested होगा. The Assam police have arrested two person. Now B goes to A, then definitely A goes to B. स्वैप मतलब क्या, इंटरचेंज ही होगा ना. टू पर्सन फॉर एलिजिडली इंसाइटिंग वायलेंस. ठीक है, इंसाइटिंग मतलब क्या होता है, प्रोवोकिंग. ओके, नाउ एलिजिडली किया ना, तो कुछ तो किया होगा. तो इफ वी यूज एन एडवर्ब देयर हैज टू बी अ वर्ब ना, तो जिस वर्ब को ये एडवर्ब मॉडिफाई कर रहा है. सो यस, एलिजिडली टू अरेस्टेड टू पर्सन फॉर एलिजिडली इंसाइटिंग वायलेंस ड्यूरिंग द एविक्शन ड्राइव. एविक्शन ड्राइव मतलब बेसिकली जिस जगह पे फॉर एग्जांपल द लैंडलॉर्ड, द ओनर ऑफ अ हाउस particularly, they have given their house for rent to certain people, and the people who are staying there in rent, they are not following the norms, they are maybe not paying the rent, the increment that they have to do, they are not doing that. There are some issues. So now the owner don't want that particular tenant to be there, but the tenant is not leaving the house, मतलब forcefully capturing the house of the owner कि नहीं हम यहाँ से नहीं जाएंगे. तो that is called eviction. Okay, कि उनको forcefully गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से नोटिस देके या वो नहीं खाली करे तो पुलिस को बुला के वहां से निकाला जाता है. दैट इज एविक्शन, जब टेनेंट जो है फोर्सफुली इस तरीके से ओनर को हैरेस करते हैं. So there are two people though who created the chaos here. They were arrested by the police during the eviction drive near Sipa Jhar in Darang district on September 23. Yes, this is also correct. So word number C, D, and E, they are appropriate. They are in their appropriate position. The only words that we need to interchange is word number A and B. So word number A and B, that means option number A will be the correct answer. I hope this is clear. Anyone? Anything to ask? I don't think there is any doubt. So the concept is clear. Okay, so since we are almost running out of time, so I'll stop today's class here, and we'll continue the session in the next class. We have few more questions, right? अभी तो हम लोग question number 23 में हैं. We have this is SBI PO questions. So yes, we have 40 questions. ठीक है, PO prelims में तो SBI में 40 questions रहते हैं. So there are few more questions that we are supposed to do, which will definitely won't be able to complete today. So we'll complete this task in the next session. Okay, session अच्छा लगा तो please like करो, and if you have any doubt and query, please mention me in the comment section so that I can come up with a solution for you. And if you are new to the channel, if you have newly joined Mahendras or following the channel, please click on the bell icon and subscribe the channel so that you can receive notifications of all the upcoming classes that we have aligned for you. Rest details, if you want to take admission in offline classes, as I will personally suggest you, because why, we have Holi बहुत जल्द आ रहा है, and there are Holi discounts that we have for you. After that the rates will be again revised. तो क्या दिक्कत है? If you are getting the discount, you can avail that those discount and take admissions. All the inquiry details and the address is flashing on your screen. You can see. You can call here and join. We have the address of Maulali Mahendra's branch, that is the mother branch. Apart from that, I'll let you know that we also have our sub branches at Behala, Rishra, Howrah, and Barasat. If you are staying near those area, you can definitely join those branches also. And since those branches are new, you will get additional discount, but the infrastructure, faculty, study material, everything is same. It's just an extension for the benefit of you students, so that it will be easier for you. Those who are staying in those particular area, they don't have to come up to Molali. Okay, so चलो आज का सेशन यहाँ पे स्टॉप करते हैं. Till